Oh, yeah.
All right.
That's what
Look
I'm
at
talking
us,
about.
dude.
Damn right.
This is pretty sweet.
We're some sexy mofos. You know
Yes,
that?
we are.
I feel pretty cool.
Yeah, I do too. I feel pretty cool too.
I like it. It's awesome being able to see.
Well, it keeps us
What
in the
we're
frame
doing.
too. Like we can see if we're like out of, I want us to be centered and everything, and
Yeah.
find our.
Well, I got to give it to you, Josh. You've done a lot of work on these camera angles and such, and they look really good.
It's really not work. It's fun for me. I love it, man.
I know.
I
I,
love
like
it.
doing it.
It's fun.
I like doing this stuff. I liked our little jam session the other night, too. That was fun.
That was a lot of fun.
We haven't done that in so long. How long has it been since you've done? I mean, I guess with Super or
with Rocket Ship. Well,
Rocket
that
Ship,
was not since I've actually just jammed. It's been a long time.
Yeah.
Everything with Rocket Ship was a pretty structured. Like these are the
Right.
songs. Do your homework. Come to work. Come to band practice and rehearse.
Right.
It wasn't free for all jamming. So
Right.
it was. That was a lot of fun.
Well,
That was a lot of fun.
it was always
I'll
fun.
have to do it again. Laura, welcome.
Hi.
Hello, Laura.
It's good to be back.
Yeah.
What you been into this week?
Oh, God. Too much.
Too much.
Too much.
Everything's getting back in the swing. Spring has sprung.
Yes.
It has.
It's that kind of thing. I've got some people that been trying to get, but it's you know how it is.
I
Everybody
know.
gets busy. It's
That's
crazy.
all right. We'll just sit around and talk shit,
And it's
and they can come on whenever they want to.
it's been an interesting week, man. Been to the hospital a million times.
I'm glad everything's okay.
I know, me too. It was a scary thing. Good wake up call though.
Yeah.
There's,
Yeah.
people need to take care of themselves.
Yeah. They
Pops, you need to take care of yourself. Weird thing though, man. Weird
will. Really.
thing. Yeah, I think it was just ended up. I think the conclusion was just a bunch of kind of confluence of things was what led to it. So, but I don't know. Underscores the fact that you need to take care of yourself.
We're on the up and up.
We are.
Yeah.
We're on the up and up. On the up and up.
Good. Good. There was a guy at work yesterday. I won't give any names, obviously, but he thought he was having a heart attack
Seriously.
in the plant, and they sent him to the Spruce Pine. They were like, "You're not having a heart attack, but you're on the verge of a massive one." So I don't know. I'm getting conflicting stories. If they flew him or sick him, but he wound up in Asheville. Came home today. Was not a heart attack. COVID vaccine injury. Doctor
What?
actually diagnosed
Seriously.
in Asheville.
Really.
Fluid around his heart. Yep.
Damn.
From the COVID-19 vaccine. So now I personally know somebody that had that happen to
That
him.
happened to him.
Yeah. Yep. So I'm like, oh, it's no longer a conspiracy anymore.
Well, I saw
now we're
a story.
kicked off YouTube, but
I saw a story on Twitter. I cannot get used to calling it X. I can't.
No,
do
it's
that.
still
No.
Twitter.
They
It will
still say in
always
the
be
news,
Twitter.
They say X, formerly Twitter.
Right. It just doesn't seem. I don't know. It just doesn't seem like it should be called. But anyway, I saw a story on there where it was they're finally beginning to kind of go back, and I'm at least glad that there's some postmortem being done on this thing. That's the thing that scares me the most.
Yeah.
Is that all this stuff happened and we're not going to go back and look at what we did wrong?
yeah.
I mean, because let's face it. I mean, that was probably small potatoes in the whole pandemic world, really, at the end of the day. So what happens when something comes around that kills 20% of everybody it touches? Mm-hmm. The world would literally be in chaos. And you got to go back and learn from your mistakes.
Yeah.
And that's what's the most dangerous thing to me is if you can't be honest about what happened and how it happened.
We can't do that.
Yeah.
No, that's not going to happen. We can't do that.
I certainly
do
hope
that.
we can at some point, maybe
No.
down the road.
No, we'll just pretend like everything's cool. Everything's peanut butter and jelly.
I was thinking, think of all the things that have still changed like since then. Like
I mean,
Ingles is still only open till 10 o'clock. Walmart is not open 24/7.
yeah.
What are we doing?
You know what COVID killed? The biggest casualty of COVID, and I'm being dead serious here.
What's that?
Breakfast. COVID killed breakfast.
How you say that?
McDonald's had all day breakfast until COVID.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You used to be able to get an Egg McMuffin.
Steakhouse had breakfast buffet until COVID. COVID took breakfast from us.
Okay, them are fighting words. Dude.
They are. They
Take an
are.
omelet, son.
You have no idea how much I loved that Western Sizzling breakfast buffet. Terrible, awful breakfast foods, but it was so good.
Hey, man, breakfast is critically underrated.
It is.
Yeah.
It's critically underrated. If you opened a restaurant that only did breakfast,
Dude.
I bet you would do fantastically well wherever you opened it up. I mean, think about all the time I'm like, man, I wish I could have like an omelet for dinner.
That's what we need here. Screw all the Italian, and all the other
Exactly.
bullshit.
We don't need another Mexican restaurant.
No.
No.
We need an all-day breakfast spot.
Yeah.
Yeah, all day breakfast.
Yeah.
And everything that you can think of too.
Yeah.
Pancakes,
yeah, like
omelets,
Waffle
whole
House
deal.
and IHOP combined
Yes.
together
Yes.
into Y-Hopple.
Yeah, exactly. Well, see, I don't understand why. Waffle House has not adopted, and I understand what their model is. Right off the interstate, catch the
yeah.
interstate traffic. I get it, but in a perfect world, you would make a spin-off of maybe like Waffle House Express,
Yeah.
where it's like a drive-through, and a little sit-down, and then you don't have to put them right off the interstate. You know what I'm saying?
Call it chopped, smothered, and covered to go.
That's right, dude. And adopt the Dollar General model. Put them like
Everywhere.
7 miles.
Yes.
You would take over rural America. You know how many people I've seen on Facebook, and you know who you are if you're listening. But people are like, "Oh, I think a Waffle House needs to go in the Burger King thing." It's like, well, first of all, you don't understand their business model.
Yeah,
that's never going to
gonna
happen.
No.
But I can see it got me thinking. I was like, see, this is where you need to go with this. Huddle House should have done that because Huddle House was good.
House.
They should have
Yeah.
done that. They should have taken it and made it like a small town America thing.
Yeah.
Shout out.
Ah.
There we go. That's right. You telling me I could wax poetic about breakfast for all day.
Yeah. What's your favorite omelets?
I like a good Western omelet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a Western omelet guy. I'll tell you, here's something that'll get me canceled. I like Canadian bacon. Sue me.
I like ham too.
I do too. That was like a little underhanded fucking dick. I like that. Yeah, I like ham too. Listen. Shout out to our Canadian brethren. They're suffering under socialist dystopia
Trudeau.
now.
Dude, does he not just look just like his dad, Fidel Castro?
Have you heard this, Laura?
What?
That Justin Trudeau is Fidel Castro's son.
No, he's
Illegitimate son.
Pull it up, J-Mo.
I mean,
Pull it up.
officially he's not, but he. So
Not. What he looks like?
He looks just like him.
Trudeau,
he looks just like him,
Fidel Castro.
and like his family, his parents were like really close friends with Fidel Castro. His mom spent a lot of time with Fidel Castro, and then here's Justin Trudeau that looks just like Fidel Castro.
There's like a proven connection. I mean,
Yeah.
it's a known
Yeah.
fact that their families kind of interacted with
the
one
bastard
another.
child.
Yeah.
Wait till you see this though. When you see it, you're like, oh my goodness.
Just do an image, yeah.
Look at this. Go to the second one up there. I mean, come on. That's pretty darn similar. And I've seen ones that look even better than that.
You know, go down.
Is this like a hugely speculated thing?
Oh yeah, this
Yeah.
like yeah.
The one with him in the hat, the black and white right next to him. Go down, over to the right. That one.
Yeah. Now you tell me that
We
that
just
don't
need
look
to-
like him.
We need to put a beard on Trudeau.
Yeah, if I see a beard on Trudeau. I mean, I do see some similarities. I see what you're talking about.
You can share the screen, Noah, so the viewers can see exactly what we're talking
Oh yeah,
about.
definitely share the screen if I can't see it for sure.
You'll have to put it on the main screen.
Yeah. Hey, look at this. I mean, that looks. I mean, I don't know exactly what that proves necessarily.
nothing.
Proves nothing.
Then I'm
but-
full of shit, but I think it's hilarious.
I mean, he looks just like him. I mean, it's pretty crazy, honestly.
It's pretty similar.
Boy, have you seen his blackface photo?
No, dude, it's bad.
Oh,
It's so
not
bad.
good, brother.
No,
Not a
no.
good look.
No,
Not a good look. Why
Not
do
for-
they keep re-electing this guy?
I
Like,
don't
he
know.
seems to be massively unpopular. When
Well,
you listen,
he's a feminist.
yeah,
That speaks volumes to a lot of
I think he's a
people.
lot of ists.
I think he is
He's
a lot
a feminist. He's a racist. He's a misogynist.
No, I love your glasses, man.
Yeah, those are pretty
Yeah,
great.
you got the best sunglasses of all of us by
Yeah.
far.
Yeah, put your camera.
That is
on
very
you so
Kurt
we
Cobain-ish.
gotta
Look at
see.
That's what I.
Yeah.
Noah's
Yeah, I want
glasses.
them.
Yeah.
Look, that's Kurt Cobain.
I want them.
It's fucking Kurt Cobain. I love
awesome.
it. With the guitar behind him and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, if it was just a Mustang,
blonde hair.
Yeah,
it'd be good.
Right.
And the blonde hair. Holy crap!
I'm him reincarnated.
I think you are, Noah.
Just please don't do heroin and write horrible music.
Hey.
I wouldn't eat a shotgun
now.
barrel.
I don't want to.
I like your Billie Eilish shirt, too. That's pretty cool. I didn't
Pretty
recognize
large
that.
opinions about Nirvana.
I like your
It's
Billie
my
Eilish. though.
favorite
That's pretty
band.
sweet.
Really?
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, Laura knows about everything there is to know about
Oh, God.
Nirvana. I will
Yeah.
tell you that.
I don't know why, but one year I fell down a hole. I
Yeah.
don't know why. I was just so fascinated by it, but learned a lot. That's for damn sure. But love their music.
Did he play?
See, this is a controversial topic. It's like I ran into the other day at work. It's like you're either a huge Beatles fan or you absolutely hate them.
Yeah.
Same difference.
Yeah. Yeah. Really.
I feel like Nirvana's very much in that
very-
same
very
vein.
polarizing.
Yeah.
Yeah. You either
I mean, I
love them-
get it because I mean, it was like definitely like they were the transition between basically hair metal to grunge rock, that type of thing. I mean, it was very.
Yeah.
I guess if maybe me and you were a little bit older, we might appreciate it more. I guess maybe
Well,
you think.
I don't think so because I love the other bands from that era.
Right.
The other grunge band, the other Seattle bands.
Yeah.
I love them. And I went through a Nirvana phase. I really did, especially in high school. What turned me off to Nirvana was the very same phenomenon that turned me off to the Doors, and I used to love the Doors.
Yeah.
But when you discover that the person writing the lyrics isn't the lyrical genius or the genius you thought they were, they're just a heroin addict writing psychobabble. It's kind of disillusioning a little. Is that the word I'm looking for? It sucks.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I don't like the Doors anymore because Jim Morrison was really just a self-indulgent prick.
He did not have a great reputation for being
No.
the nicest person on planet Earth. That's for sure.
No.
I like the Doors. I can't remember that. I heard a Doors song the other day, and I was like, if this was what the Doors were predominantly, I would like them. There's a couple of songs, and no, it's not Light My Fire or whatever. It's another one of their kind of more upbeat things.
Or their-
But, buddy, them droning on like the end. My only friend, the end. And it goes on for 10 and a half minutes. The end. That is the kind I'm like, oh.
But if you
God.
really think about it, like all these truly brilliant people are so tortured because every artist is really very tortured and they give in to their own, things.
It is predominant.
Some of
Because
them
they
are.
did
Some
write
of them
a lot
are.
of brilliant things, but they
Some
give
of
in
them
to
are
their
also
vices.
just like selfish, self-indulgent drug addicts.
Yes, there are those. But
Jim
I think
Morrison
Kurt Cobain
like-
was truly tortured. Tortured artist.
Well, I mean,
you know?
obviously, he was tortured enough for his, wife at the time to kill him.
What do you think? You've got this figured out. What happened?
Oh, she totally had him set up. And what's his name? He even admitted that Courtney Love contacted him to
Which one?
El Duce. What was it? Was that his name? El Duce?
I don't remember. I don't know enough about it to remember.
But then he said he was supposed to, but then Kurt actually did kill himself. But she had contracted him out to kill him.
Huh.
Yeah.
I feel like Courtney Love's kind of got what's coming to her, though, to be 100% honest
She's
with
still a
you.
millionaire. She's
Yeah,
still
dude, she
filthy
just
rich.
is a-
She's just a shit person. That's another
She's a
self-indulgent.
succubus.
Yeah, just a self-indulgent drug
She
addict.
just wants to be famous anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And she sucked so hard on that to Kurt, too, just to be famous.
Yeah. Yeah, Hole was really terrible. They were a horrible band.
They had a couple.
I didn't hate them, but
Really?
I've heard better.
But you're all right. I mean, there is something to be said, though, about it does seem like a whole lot of brilliant people end up very tortured. I mean, good Lord. I'm not saying that Britney Spears is brilliant, but good Lord.
So yeah, I
No,
wonder how much
she-
of it is brilliance and how much of it is just what fame does to people.
I think that's
And
a lot
what
of it.
everyone else around you
Mm-hmm.
does to you.
Yeah, because I know a lot of people who live like rock stars that aren't rock stars, and they're not brilliant.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
they're
there's
tortured
Yeah.
with addiction. And, as we talked about, we're going to take a piss tonight because fuck it, but we have talked. Addiction is very real and it's a very serious thing.
sure.
But we can laugh at it. That's okay, too.
Yeah.
It's okay to laugh at things that are serious because that's how we deal with shit.
Yeah, that's true.
That's how we take its power away.
Yeah, I think you're right.
We laugh at it and call Jim Morrison a prick.
Man, I don't know, dude. I think there is definitely a lot to be said for fame, though.
Mm-hmm.
Fame, like, in particular, the music industry
Yeah,
chews up people and spits them out at an
Dude.
alarming rate.
it does.
I mean, and maybe the good thing about the whole internet and being able to do some of that yourself,
Yeah.
to take the power away from these industry executives and these, your Harvey Weinsteins of the world and people that control people's careers, like artists' careers, and
Yep.
can control their trajectory and stuff. I think it's great that we're at least trying to foster a culture of that where you do it yourself, not
Yeah.
depend on a record label executive to pick you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because that's a lot of what it was. Because,
Yeah.
I mean, heck, dude, I could name you so many people that I know are so talented, but they'd never be chosen by a record
Sure.
company. And that's essentially what happens, really, honestly.
It is. Well, it's because in the 80s and 90s, music became a commodity. Artists became a commodity. They're no longer, the merit-based system where the cream rises to the top, like
Right.
it largely was in the 60s and 70s. You're absolutely right. They were chosen based on physical appearance, based on just a number of factors, but physical appearance was one of them, because you're marketed as a product.
Yep.
Now, to switch gears, you go back to Harvey Weinstein. Did you see that he was released?
I did. I saw that.
Yeah, he was released. A panel of all female judges released him.
Jeez.
Wrap your mind around that. New York female judges, too. And apparently what happened was some of the testimony that was involved in his court case that was admissible or that was, in his trial were by women who had nothing to do with him and were proven to not have any connection with him whatsoever. So everything got overturned.
It's the classic over-prosecution.
Uh-huh.
Think about all the cases they've done that in. OJ
Yeah.
tried to over-prosecute
Where
OJ.
these shitheads just go free because of that.
Casey Anthony
Yeah.
they tried to say it was first-degree
Hey,
murder.
I
There
can-
was zero evidence for
I can-
premeditated murder.
I can fix her. It's okay.
Yeah.
I can fix her. Sorry, Noah.
You want Casey Anthony to be your new step? What do you think about that, Kurt?
I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. I don't even know who you're talking about.
Good. Don't look it up. Don't look it up.
Oh my God! During the Me Too movement, I made a meme that said "Believe all women," and it was Casey Anthony.
But I mean, seriously though, I mean, think about it though. They do that. It's these high profile cases. They
Yeah,
get
they
into
do.
that thing and they're like, okay, we can't not win.
Yeah.
And so they start trying to throw stuff at the wall that they clearly do not have concrete evidence for.
Yeah,
And then they get off.
yeah,
And that's the thing. There is no, like, you can't prosecute for first degree murder and then get convicted for second.
right.
You know?
Yeah.
That's really where it comes from. You know, and the same thing with OJ. They didn't really have the evidence. And they arguably probably tried to plant it. I mean, and that's what you get. But
The OJ thing was wild because did we have any kind of DNA technology then?
yeah, you did. It was the beginnings of it.
Right,
But yeah,
that's what
you
I
did. They
thought.
tried to do that with OJ. But Boyd murder canceled him, though, didn't it? Or
He also
Death
made
canceled
himself
him.
look extremely guilty by fleeing.
He did.
And then,
Yeah, the whole that low
Yeah.
speed chase was wild. That's really the only thing I remember from that trial was the chase, and then him with that little tiny glove being like, "Hey, don't flip."
Yeah.
I think that's bullshit.
Oh, it's total bullshit.
But then that gave us the Kardashians. So
Oh.
there we
Didn't
are.
have the Kardashians. What would we ever do?
So Rob Kardashian,
wow.
He
Was-
OJ's lawyer.
he was OJ's lawyer.
Yeah.
On his defense team, yeah.
Yep.
It's crazy to think though
Johnny
that that's
Cochran.
what
Wow.
bred that hole.
Well, it's
Oh my
not
god.
what bred them. I mean, they were already pretty high up in
Oh, really?
the social status,
Yeah.
kind of, but not that high. But then, leave it again.
Damn.
You always have
kind of-
you always have kind of a unique perspective from living in LA. I mean, is it really like that? I mean, when you're involved like in that whole scene, the LA scene or whatever, I would imagine you start to look at celebrities.
Well,
A little
I mean,
differently,
you
right?
know, if you're at the same restaurant as a celebrity, no one cares.
Right.
No one cares. But then when you're like in a group of people like hanging out at parties or whatever, it's like, okay, how can I climb the ladder?
Right.
It's all about climbing the ladder.
That's the whole town, basically.
Yeah.
is
Or
scene.
who do I know to get my
Right.
music going? Or
Right. It's
you
all
know?
about who your contacts are and
Yeah.
who you mingle with and
Yeah.
who you. Yeah.
And that's why
who you
it's hard
schmoozing
to
with.
like find genuine friends in that town.
That's the reason I've snuggled up to Jeff and Darla Phillips. You know what I mean? It's like that here.
I mean,
The Mafia, Phillips,
You have to
Harding
be in
Mafia.
the mafia here, and that's the whole
Yep.
reason I'm snuggling up to y'all because y'all are, in cahoots with the Darla,
Yep.
the Harding
Chase,
Phillips.
why do you
like-
think I'm dating you?
Yeah.
See, it all goes back to follow the money.
That's what I'm saying. I'm pretty cool.
Follow the money.
Follow the money.
I'm pretty cool and I'm pretty well connected.
You really are.
The spruce pine, as the spruce pine turns.
Good lord.
Goodness
I
gracious.
love this place. It's
So the mulch pile's still burning.
it is still burning. Yep, it is.
It is.
Hmm.
I don't go that direction at all.
It is.
Is it pretty much gone or?
No, it's smoldering still.
It's not as smoky as it has been.
It seems like when it rains is when it gets really, I guess, because it's
Well,
creating the steam or whatever. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
But boy, that's been a
That seems
real
kinda
news
exciting.
story.
Intuitive, though, like the-
fires around here lately. Also being the one across from. The
Yeah, there
office,
has been
yeah.
a lot of fires in like the last year.
No, just in the
Don't
last month.
question anything. I've been at work. Don't even worry about it.
Where
So
they're
somebody
burning
told
off
me
the
that.
natural gas.
Yeah, somebody told me that. Did you see that on the way to Maryland where they're burning off at?
What is up with that?
Yeah.
So I guess somebody finally gave an answer. I think it was a guy that said they used to work for Piedmont or whatever. I guess when the gas gets so there's so much pressure in the system, they have to burn it off in order to make it because it can only handle so much psi. So I guess if it's not getting used, they got to burn it off.
Do they have like giant regulators that can control that?
I don't know. I guess.
I mean, I don't know. I'm largely agnostic to the gas world. You can't see it, so you can't really prove it's there.
You're largely
Love
agnostic
that.
to a lot of things.
I love that.
I guess that's what they're doing down there. It's a good spot to do it there, right
It
next
is.
to the.
It is. It's quite nice, actually. The flame is very pretty.
I know. Now, if you drive by there,
Feel the heat from it.
you can feel the heat.
Yeah. Is that why it got so hot today? Damn it.
I'm telling you right now. Now, if there's bad weather, I'm gonna blame it on that. It's
Well,
that.
Piedmont does control the weather.
Yeah,
They
do.
were contracted out by the government to
Yeah.
do that.
cloud seed and
Yeah.
things of that nature. Yes.
Yeah.
That's what Aaron Farragut's doing when he flies the airplane.
Yeah.
Seeding clouds.
Seeding clouds. Huh.
Him and Laura seeding clouds. Now that's a story. We got to hear that firsthand from Laura and Aaron. Did you hear about them?
Can we talk about that?
I think we could talk about it. I'm not going to go into detail about it because they've got the videos and everything else, or whatever. But they were coming back they had flown to Kitty Hawk for some sort of like airplane thing. That's what they do. They go over. I guess they were coming back and were flying over the sound, one of those sounds out there, and the engine just a massive engine failure,
Oh, shit.
and they literally had to crash land into the sound.
Dude.
Yeah. And like a crab fishing boat picked him up. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, I told Aaron, I'm like, you have to come on and tell the story.
Please, Aaron, please come on and tell this story. I would love to.
I
hear
know,
that.
right? What a story. We sat there with them at the city. They told us the whole thing, showed
Oh,
us the
wow.
pictures and stuff. It was really, really fun. But what a story. I can't say I've ever been in a plane crash.
No, me neither. Me
Yeah.
neither.
I mean, I've flown on Spirit, so same difference.
Right. Well, I've flown Allegiant, so and our flight was canceled, so same difference.
Yeah.
I've had a good experience with Spirit. Everybody talks shit about Spirit.
Spirit's
Every time
trash.
I've flown it like 3 times. I've never. Yeah, it's a budget airline.
Absolute trash.
It is, but what you need to do is pack you a small backpack.
It
Gotta
got
pack
to a
small.
point where I was like, all right, the masks are about to drop down. That's what's going to happen next. Why aren't they dropping
When you
down?
get on,
When the pilot's walking back around, like back in the
Yeah.
it's just hanging out. It's like, who's flying the plane?
oh goodness.
Huh.
Yeah, you get on. There's like chickens and like some smell Indian food on there.
Just some
Street food.
Pakistani guy with a kebab.
yeah, exactly.
Making
Shaving off. You're like, oh my god, what in the world have we gotten ourselves into?
that sounds amazing. Actually, sign me up.
Yeah,
hungry
exactly.
now.
If I could get a kebab on my way to Orlando,
Damn
Florida,
right.
I would be happy. Happy man.
Huh. Yeah, we were on a Allegiant when our flight got canceled. We were on the plane, sat on the plane for hours. No air conditioning. The air conditioner didn't work. That's the whole reason they canceled the flight. I was like, yo, we've been on this plane for 3 hours. The flight's only 45 minutes. What the hell?
That happens.
Allegiant?
Yeah, with Allegiant.
I have always had good experiences with them.
That's the
I
only
use
bad
them
one
a lot.
I've had. That's the only bad one I've had. But that one was a pretty bad one.
That was it.
They did buy our hotel room for the night, though, so that's cool. And we got a flight the very next morning. It was a successful flight. We were home
Yeah.
and in one piece.
I've been on one of those before. We was going to Nashville from Charlotte to connect to we're going from Nashville to L.A. and then L.A. to Sydney, Australia. That's when we were in Australia. And we were getting ready. They had done the whole landing procedure, whole thing, in your seats, tray tables up, whatever. And the pilot comes on and he's like, just to let you know, we'll be redirecting to Huntsville, Alabama. The Nashville airport just got hit by a tornado. And I'm like, ooh, okay. And it really did. Like, the actual
Wow.
airport got hit by a tornado, like, tore one terminal, like,
Jeez.
pretty much to pieces. And apparently, I guess it was the terminal that we were supposed to land at.
Well,
So thank
of
God.
course.
I mean, so, but yeah, we got to go spend some time in Huntsville. That was fun.
What was that like? What's Huntsville, Alabama like?
Boy, Huntsville is about 98% black people.
Uh-huh.
I think I was the only white person I saw the entire time I was there.
Cool.
That and the space program. That's pretty much it.
All right.
So, nice country folk, man. Some good Southern cooking, though. Let me tell you that much.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
Huntsville, Alabama's got
Yeah.
some real fine Southern cuisine. I will say that. I guess I had to spend 2 days there.
No shit.
Yeah, 2 whole days before we get a flight out of there.
Wow.
Yeah. They hooked us up, though. I also got to spend a day in L.A. because of that, too. When we got to
Nice.
L.A., we had a layover as well. I was also on a plane that flying along, everything's good. Bright blue sky. Plane lurches and lights flash and and everybody's like screaming and all this.
Yeah.
And this is no joke. Absolutely no joke. The pilot comes on. He's like, sorry, folks, hit the wrong button.
You told me this.
Dead serious.
Yeah.
I'm dead serious.
What button did he hit? The stop engine stop
I don't know.
button? Like the,
Yeah. Off button is what he hit.
I'm no pilot. I'm no like aeronautical engineer, but do planes just have a freaking off button?
I guess so. It's like a Tesla. You just press the button. Started, fire it right up. I don't know. Sorry, folks, hit the wrong button.
At least he was honest.
Yeah, and I couldn't really tell if it was like a tongue-in-cheek
That's
thing
turbulence.
or like
Oh
a
my
The wrong
god!
button.
whatever. So
What the?
Everybody hates on Southwest for being like the funny area. You ever flown Southwest?
I love
No.
Southwest.
No,
I do too.
That's what I always.
Everybody hates on it. They're like, oh, this is whatever. But their whole thing is like they're funny. Mm-hmm. Like their flight attendants are like trained to be like comedians, basically. And I like it. I always
That
thought it was
seems
great.
fun. Who
Yeah.
wouldn't like that?
If you've never flown out of Raleigh, Raleigh's a nice airport.
I mean, if I'm crashing and I know, like, this is it, yo.
Yeah.
Game over. We're done. I'm about to be exploded into 50 billion pieces. I want my flight attendants to be making knock-knock jokes.
Hey, why not?
Yeah, I think they should.
That's the only thing that scares me about flying. I don't mind to fly.
Knock-knock jokes?
No, jokes. But it's the in the how you say,
The odds of surviving a crash,
yeah, it's the inevitability of it all. Like if it's crashing,
you're done.
you're pretty much done.
Yep.
Like if you're falling out of the sky, it's over.
You're exploded into a million
Yes.
pieces.
Except if you're what's his name that landed that plane on the Hudson.
Oh, yeah.
Sully
Yeah.
Sullenberger
Yeah.
or whatever.
Sully. Yep.
I
guy's
would want him
awesome.
as my pilot.
Yeah, he did that. He sure
You ever
did.
watch that movie? What's that movie with Denzel Washington? Flight or whatever.
Yeah,
Is that what it's
That
called?
was a sad movie.
It is a sad movie. He's like an alcoholic, but he
Drug
did.
addict.
Yeah, he did one of the same
Yeah.
thing. It was
That's-
like what saved all these people's lives, and then
Most
they
pilots are.
the FFA or whatever or FAA
Like,
or
his
whatever.
life around.
Yeah, like goes and like starts trying to.
So it's like Kurt Cobain as a pilot.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what scares me about flying. Is like I'm gonna get on the flight with a pilot who's like, you know what? I'm done. I'm taking everyone with me.
Yeah.
We're flying into the side of because that happens too.
Well, that's what that isn't that what they basically determined happened with that Malaysian Airlines thing?
Yeah.
Is the pilot just went AWOL and
Yep.
Oh yeah, I heard that.
he
Yeah.
drove them into the.
Did they ever find like any remnants? of
Yeah,
that?
they did.
they?
Yeah, actually, I know this for a fact because my friend Max, and I know from online, he is from what they call Reunion Island, which is an island somewhere in the vicinity of Madagascar.
Okay.
South, I believe it's south of Madagascar. It's a French island, French colony, still owned by France, I think. But he was on the Pal Talk program I chat on sometimes, and that was right around the time when they found. I saw that, and I was like, I recognize that island name. And I saw him, and I was like, Max, I was like, did they recover that? He was like, yeah. They found remnants of the plane that washed up on the island.
Okay. Cool.
There. So I still don't know if they. I saw there was like a documentary or something they put
What
out
if they
recently
found the
about
black
that.
box?
I don't think so. The black box, the infamous black box.
Why's it got to be black? That's always bothered me.
Yeah, you'd think it would be. I think it actually is orange.
I started
Isn't
saying
it?
it should be orange.
High
They're
vis.
like, yeah, some kind of high vis. You're literally in the ocean looking for a black box. Like, what the hell? You're not gonna find that.
I think there's a reason they call it the black box. I can't remember what it was.
Probably because of they're
Maybe
racist.
it used to be black.
Probably because they're racist.
If they associate being black, with something terrible, I would assume they're racist.
Yeah,
They should probably be fired.
that's good modern day logic.
I mean,
Josh.
that's the way I think, and they should 100% be fired for their actions and
Mhm.
racism.
Yep,
Whoever
I agree.
did that, let's find them.
I agree. They need a DEI department over there at some of your aviation
At the
companies.
FAA,
the
or
FAA,
Boeing.
the DEI.
I ain't gonna talk
FAA.
about Boeing. They've offed 3 people this week.
Yeah,
Let's talk about Boeing. Whew, Lord.
Boeing's trying to get their Starliner off the pad 4 years after Elon Musk did it. They can't do it because they got one gas pump or
Well,
something.
they
that's-
spend all their fucking money killing people.
I know.
Like, if they'd quit contracting out murders, they could probably get a freaking...
But it just goes, that
Something
goes
to
to
watch.
show you, though, like Boeing and like Northrop Grumman and all those companies are so entrenched with the government.
Yeah.
And have contracted with the government so long, particularly in the aeronautics and space program. Like, man, I think they gave, it was like a $7 million or $7 billion like grant they were going to give Boeing to develop that capsule. And they ended up splitting it, not even 50. It was like 75-25 between SpaceX and Boeing. Boeing got them like 4.5
Yeah, I did hear
or
that.
whatever.
Yeah.
And Elon Musk developed it for less than that and got it off the ground 4 years earlier. There's the power of the free market. It's competition.
It is.
It's amazing when you have to compete with people. There you are.
Yep.
Instead of just being the darling of the government and getting everything automatically, you know?
That's why we need to be contracted. Let's contract this podcast out to the government.
Let's do it.
We need to do that. We need to be.
You think we could get a CIA?
We could do the
contract?
podcast industrial complex. We could start that.
Laura can be our leader.
Yes.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
You can be the spokesman,
You
like,
down?
like the White House secretary. You want to be that?
Sounds like my face is on the chopping block.
You can be our press secretary.
Yeah. Why not?
Yeah, sounds
Just go out
great.
there and defend all the bullshit we say.
Yeah.
All right, Laura.
Who's gonna get
You're gonna need to go out there and
for it?
explain to Grandma why we said the F word. Oh man. So you said you had some stuff to show us here.
Yeah. No.
Let's pull up
let's
some
pull-
good,
pull up
interesting
some-
stories.
Some stories. Let's look at the chat real quick first. Man,
okay.
there's a lot on Facebook. A lot of chats. I've not been paying attention to. Full disclosure there. Sorry about that.
I've got my phone pulled up here, but I have to be honest
Conversation.
with you. I'm on this hockey game. The Hurricanes.
Nate,
have-
what's up? How's it going? Diana Yardley said, "Hey, my dad was in the CIA. That's cool. So your dad is in the CIA, is what you're saying? Because I don't think there ever any was. That's awesome.
That being said, man, there's plenty of good CIA people. I think there's probably
Sure.
You know, it's like anything else. It's like, you know, saying that everybody in the clandestine service or
right.
whatever is
Like some kind of spy that
yeah
murders people for hire or
Yeah,
whatever.
no.
No,
What
there's
does the
a lot of-
Army call them? Spooks.
Yeah.
Spooks.
CIA spooks. Was. She says was. Or was he?
You never know.
No, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
I like that guy that Rogan has on that. Shoot, what's his name? He does that show, The Black Files. Oh, he has him on all the time. I don't know. I like him a lot.
I don't like the big poofy haired Andrew guy. That dude. He was on Lex Friedman.
Oh, yeah,
I don't
yeah.
like him.
Andrew, what's his face?
Yeah. He
Yeah,
is
I'm not a fan
definitely
of him.
still very much involved in the CIA. 'Cause
100%.
he's going on all the podcasts, talking all the shit, spreading all the propaganda that they want to be spread.
That's the truth.
So, yeah, my first introduction to him was, or my introduction to him was-
Bustamante. There's his last name, Andrew
Bustamante
Yeah.
was on Lex Friedman, and I was like, "Yo, this dude is glowing!" Like, right.
Oh,
out the
he
gate.
is so happy to be on there. He couldn't stand it. I thought the same thing. Yeah.
Yeah, and everywhere he goes, like the chat and the comments, absolutely roast this dude. He was just on trigonometry, and same. He was just
Same thing.
roasted. Yeah.
People like that have a hard
Diana
time these days.
says her dad has a few books.
Oh.
We'll have to. What is his name? We will plug.
If she
them.
told you, she'd have to kill you.
Oh God. Well, I mean that's fine. That's fine.
Let's get him on the pod. I'd love to talk about
Yeah.
some stuff like that. And that's one thing I did want to say. But to anybody that's listening, if you've got some suggestions of cool people that would be a cool guest on the podcast, feel free to reach out to us. You know, and even if it's you,
Yeah.
feel free.
Yeah.
I mean, we are all looking for content all the time.
We
so-
love talking to everybody
And it
about
al-
anything.
Yep.
About
It always
anything.
amazes me how many cool people we have around here. Honestly, you don't
Yep.
got to look very far to find some really, really cool, interesting people here.
I mean, there's 4 awesome people right here in this room.
there is.
Yeah.
We even got Kurt Cobain over
I
there.
know.
The second coming of Kurt Cobain.
Oh gosh.
I'm telling you, the more I look at this, Josh, the more I'm beginning to think, dude. Something is.
Diana says his name is William Douglas Wall. Okay, I'm gonna plug his book. I'm gonna find
Let's
something
go.
here. Yeah.
Let's go. I got some We got some astronauts, people that are involved in the space program that live around here. I'd love to talk to some of those people. Lots of cool people. Lots of cool people.
Yeah. We just got to get them on.
You get to meet lots of cool people in your job, too.
I do. I met some pretty interesting people.
Yes, you do.
Yeah.
Yes, you do. It's amazing where people come from and how they find their way here.
Into
I'm always...
little old
Yeah.
Mitchell and Yancey County.
I know. It's
Yeah.
crazy. It's crazy. It really is. But
All right, I found him on Amazon. Found one of his books. Diana, correct me if I'm wrong. William Douglas Wall wrote Education and Mental Health, Problems in Education. That might be worth the read.
That sounds like something I would probably read.
Huh.
Out of curiosity.
I want to get my hand on Rick Sperlin's book.
Yeah.
I reached out to Rick. He wrote a book about his career in education.
Really?
Yeah, I reached out to him. I need to just touch base with him again. I haven't really. Things have been kind of crazy, but need to touch base with him. He said he'd definitely be interested.
Oh,
Which would be cool. Yeah.
That'd be great.
Yeah. Good for Rick, man.
Yeah.
I always, people who write books, I can't even. Writing an entire book to me is like dancing or something.
it's
That's
a
about that equivalent to me.
daunting task.
Well, it's just so far outside of my wheelhouse, and then also such a, like you said, a daunting task that I just don't see how you. I mean, you'd have to have a passion
Oh, for sure.
and a reason for writing that. You know what I mean?
For sure.
I mean,
for sure.
I can kind of tune in
Sure.
on this a little bit, at least in the literary world. I probably have enough material I've ever written to make a book. I just don't want to.
Yeah.
I don't want to publicize any of my work just quite
Just
yet.
yet. I get that. I get that. What do you like to write about?
I do D&D style roleplay stuff
Nice.
that I could most definitely turn into a full story if I wanted to.
Cool.
I'm currently working on at least it's ideas right now. I'm trying to do like a multi-year project. with
Nice,
me and
man.
A couple buddies.
Good for you, brother. Good for you, man. You should. You absolutely should do that.
I've been in the literary world for a very long time, and I love English.
Yeah. That's
That's
awesome.
my boy. I'm
That's
proud
your
of my
boy.
son. Now,
Kurt,
if
way
you-
to go, Kurt.
The only
You're
thing,
always going to be Kurt now. Just FYI, that's always going to be a thing.
if you really want to be a writer, I will 100% endorse this. You can use my MacBook, and we'll take you to Starbucks.
Yeah, that's where they write things.
Yeah, you have to write at Starbucks.
It has to be in Starbucks, though.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Yeah,
It
I
does.
don't drink coffee.
that's okay. You
Or
don't have to order anything. You
We
just
can
have to
just
be
go
on a
down to
MacBook.
DT's.
Yeah, that's not the same. It's got to be a Starbucks if you're a writer.
But it can be where the famous writer out of Mitchell County, Satin Road,
Satin-
was DT.
DTs.
And DT's too.
Yeah, we could just pretend it's Starbucks.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Jack people's Wi-Fi to write your own book.
Oh, I know, dude. It's hilarious.
I can't imagine being, and I guess that's like something you like follow, but I've never understood the people who go to the coffee shop to go to work.
I'm not a coffee shop person. I don't get it.
I'm not a coffee shop guy.
I'm not a coffee
I mean, I love
person.
Trish and Dave. I'm not a coffee person. Maybe that's what it's got to be.
Yeah,
maybe
we're
it's-
not coffee
Maybe you
people.
got to be coffee culture people.
Coffee.
We got to be
people.
in the culture, and we ain't.
I feel about coffee culture
I
about
want
how I feel
to,
about weed culture, like we
but-
were talking about with
Yeah.
Ralph.
My body hates coffee. It does not interact well with it.
Yeah, same.
It does make you poop, though.
It does. It
if
does.
you need
It
to
makes
take
you
a
poop.
healthy dump, here's what you need to do.
Coffee and butter.
That's what I was going to say. Biscuits and gravy and
Yeah.
a nice good cup of black coffee. And if you don't dump after that, something is wrong.
Yeah.
Something's bad wrong and you need to go to the doctor.
Have an enema.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, you do.
Yep. I've only got one kidney, so if I drink a cup of coffee, within a couple of hours, it feels like my head is going to explode. Like,
Really?
I become so ill, not just like not angry ill, but like physically ill. Like,
So
I
what's
feel like
the-
I'm dying.
So what's the mechanism behind it? You just get too much of a caffeine hit? Is that what
my
it
body
is?
can't process the caffeine out quick enough.
I
So
gotcha.
it's like I overdose on caffeine. I become super anxious. My heart feels like it's going to beat out of my chest. It is not a good time.
Really?
I have
Yeah.
too many anxiety-based problems to drink coffee.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, most of the time I don't need to get more up than I am already. You know what I mean?
Me neither.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I appreciate a little caffeine in my day, but
Little cocaine.
yeah.
A little
Coffee.
toot.
A little toot.
Little
Just a little
toot.
toot.
It's a little toot.
Just a little toot.
Get you a toot. But, yeah, I don't know. What else with the kidney thing? What else do you have to watch out for? Because I imagine that's definitely not the only thing. Right?
I mean, that's a good question. Caffeine, any kind of caffeine and or drug or anything that I would put into my body, because caffeine is a drug. Like, it's going to, the effects are going to be more intense because my body just can't process things out. It can't filter stuff out. Process it and turn it into pee and pee it out.
I got you.
As quickly as it would if I had 2 kidneys. That also includes snake venom.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's one of the things. But I know your kidneys play a large role in, your immune response to illness. And I've not really seen, I very rarely get sick. I couldn't tell you the last time I had it. Well, I had the flu a while back. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
That sucked pretty hard. I wasn't a fan of that.
Did you ever get COVID?
Yeah, I had COVID like 3 times.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You did. You were like one of the first
I was
people
one of
to
the
have
first people, in the county to be exposed. That was known anyway.
Right.
Yeah.
it. Sure.
I had COVID for 3 days and it disappeared.
We still haven't found it.
Still haven't
Wow.
found it.
Hmm.
Damn thing disappeared on us.
I'm glad that it wasn't that bad for you. I'm glad. It was. The first time I had 0 symptoms. The second time was pretty rough. And the third time. Second and third time were both around Christmas too, unfortunately.
I always got mine around Christmas. It was
Yeah.
always December. I had it twice.
Yeah.
Dude,
And
I'm cursed. I get sick on
The
Christmas
second
every
time
year.
I did give it to him.
Yeah.
Mine's Halloween. Every time for Halloween, I get sick with something.
He does. Noah gets sick on
And
Halloween
Yeah.
it sucks, guys. It's my birthday month.
every year.
See, I don't know why it is. I get sick on every year,
Every
right around
Christmas
Christmas,
he
either
is,
right
yeah.
before or right after or on Christmas. Almost every single year. That's my yearly sick right
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
We need to bulk up on them
Yeah, I know.
herbal stuff or something.
Kidneys,
Or
just
I'm just
bulk
going to
up on
start
kidneys.
housing vitamin C when I get to bottle at a time. I think there is something to be said for the vitamin.
This is neon. I don't know why.
I think there is something to be said for the vitamin C flush. I do think that works in a lot of ways. Now you got to be a little careful. You can't overdo it. But every time I mean, you think so?
Yeah, I mean, anything over what your body uses, you just pee it out.
I've thought about just going every time I get sick and going and getting that fleet
Yeah.
stuff that they give you for like a colonoscopy. Just be like, we're cleaning it out.
Oh God, no!
Whatever's in there is coming out.
It don't work like that, man.
That
It don't
is
work-
way too
It don't work
intense.
like that, unfortunately. Well, thank God it doesn't work like that.
Did you guys ever get your like the grandma remedies, the castor oil and the
No,
any of that type of stuff?
no, never did. Never had castrol.
I think Mom wouldn't let Grandma give it to me, although she loved it. I think she gave it to me a couple times though when Mom wasn't around. Ooh, it's rough.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I went to this one. This was it's Hannah's mom, Cynthia. You know Cynthia?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she was big on this like
Yeah, I met
garlic. Yeah, you met her. She was big on the garlic remedy. She had this like concentrated like garlic.
I heard that really works.
Yeah. I don't know, but it certainly seemed like I did. I remember one year I was deathly ill, and I took some of that, and it seemed to flush me out, and I was better like the next day.
I
it seemed
wonder
like,
if
but,
it's like, well, you're probably already going to be better the next day, but then you just shit yourself to death.
true, true. That's a very real possibility. So let me ask you this: homeopathy.
Yeah.
Homeopathy.
Uh-huh.
Is that really just a term to be like, oh, this is basically just fake?
Some of it's quackery, some of it's not. I mean, there is absolutely some home remedies that work.
Right.
100%. There's also a lot of it that, well, don't support Big Pharma. Buy this instead.
Right.
Okay. It's
Right.
it's all nonsense and profit driven. Give me money.
All right, let me throw something at you here. I've been thinking about this.
What you got?
Me and you, South America, ayahuasca, we document the entire thing. What do you think? And Laura can go if she wants
If
to.
you can keep me from hunting snakes while I'm on ayahuasca,
Be like,
dude, this is a fertile.
Wait,
we're
so-
screwed up on a, let's go get a Bushmaster.
So I'm allowed to go just so I can babysit y'all. It's pretty much what you're saying.
No, you can-
Don't
you can do
go
it
over
too.
there, Josh.
You can
I
do it
know
too.
that it's a very pretty snake, and I know you love the venomous ones, but don't touch that.
You could partake in the ayahuasca.
So Bushmaster, I heard some stuff about the Bushmaster's pretty hardcore, huh? Largest pit viper in the world,
In the
right?
world. Yep. Fantastic snake. Beautiful snake. They've got really hard keeled scales. They're almost somewhere between sharp and bumpy. It's really wild.
Are you allowed to keep them?
Yeah.
Are you?
Yeah.
You know anybody has one?
Yeah. I do. I know a
Oh,
few people that
Jesus.
have them.
They're pretty bad, pretty toxic, huh?
Oh yeah, incredibly toxic, massive, but not the hardest snake in the world to deal with. They're big.
Right. Yeah, I think this guy was saying they can grow up to like 11, 12 feet.
Yeah,
Huh?
they can.
God dang,
They
that's
can.
a huge snake.
I would rather
out.
deal with a bushmaster
You're out.
I'm out.
than my green mamba.
Really?
Like, they're easier to deal with than a mamba or any of your big elapids. They're easier to
Right.
deal with. Yeah, pit vipers in general are just easier to deal
Yeah.
with than the lapids.
So what we think? We're moving on from the Elapids?
No.
We made a full decision.
I haven't decided yet, but no. If I do, I'm not getting rid of all the elapids.
Yeah.
But maybe a couple just to make room for other snakes that I would
Sure.
rather have.
Sure.
And I mean, honestly, like the market's kind of flooded with monocle cobras right now, so there's really not a big demand to be breeding monocle cobras.
Yeah, it seems like the monocle cobra is like a really popular
Very.
elapid, right?
It is. And
Yeah.
it's wild because it's one of the most toxic in the world. Like, it's... I know a lot of people who have been like, this is my first venomous snake, and it's a monocle cobra. And I'm like, oh, my God.
Dude, that thing is a psycho.
Yes.
A legit psycho. But I get it. I mean, I get it.
Yeah.
Why it is. I mean, it's blonde and...
Deaf and dumb.
Yeah.
And I actually got him out the other day, and I really I haven't got him out in a minute, so it's hard for me to appreciate just how big he is. But he is massive.
That is a big old
I haven't
snake.
seen
son.
him in a minute. He's
Yeah.
gotten bigger.
Yeah.
Wait
He
till you
is
see that
huge.
little... You remember when we had that... When we first started this thing?
Do you have the little
We
blue
had
and
that-
green ones?
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
They were like that big.
Yeah, now the red one, the little...
Coral cobra.
No, the two...
Oh, the bush vipers.
Bush vipers, yes.
Yeah.
The red one's gravid.
Yeah, she about to pop.
She's about to lay some
Babies.
babies.
We're about to have a squam bomb go off.
Yeah, those are
Who'd you-
cute.
Who'd you
I
breed
could
her
do.
with?
The green bush viper that's in there.
You know, remember there was a red and a green one and the same thing. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. We'll have to go and
Oh, geez.
look after this.
Yeah.
But yeah,
A lot
but
of poison in that room.
that's what's so funny though about that one is like I remember it coming over here. You had it out in the yard one day, the monocle
yeah,
cobra.
he was
You
telling
get
me
it out of
about
the
that.
cage,
Totally different.
and it's a totally different snake.
Totally different animal.
I mean,
Totally
it's like I guess it's territorial over that
Very much
over
so,
its
yeah.
tank. Right?
Well, it's territorial and it feels cornered. Like it has nowhere to go.
Right.
If it's out in the open, it's just. I mean, he's got a million things to look at and concentrate on and smell new scents. You know, he's just doing his
Right.
thing. Yeah, I've had him out in the yard a few times.
Yeah.
And, I mean, he can't get away. I'm right there with him. I have hooks. I have gloves. You know, I have a bucket to put him in too. Well, now he's bigger than that, so I can't use a bucket, but a big tote. So it's 100% safe. And I don't do that very often, but every now and again I let him get out and stretch his legs. And I haven't done that in a minute though, because he is bigger now, and I probably won't do that anymore. When he
Yeah.
was smaller, I could do that.
yeah.
Now that he's bigger, he's more cumbersome. You know, bigger snakes are actually easier to handle than smaller snakes too.
Mhm.
They're much easier to handle.
Oh, sure. And that's the thing. Every time you've ran into a situation,
It's with a small
it's the
snake.
small ones, you know? Yeah.
It always is.
Yeah.
It's always the little ones.
Well, you're having to finagle. And then with them gloves, it's the same thing with anything else. Like even at work, you run into that. You're wearing gloves and you're encumbered. You know what I mean? Especially when it's small. When it's bigger, it's easier to deal with
what
with
she
gloves
said.
on.
I'm sorry.
I don't think I've ever been told that.
Oh,
I hear that
Kurt,
on a
cover your
daily,
ears.
I hear that on a daily basis.
You do?
Yes, that's what she said. That's what he said. That's what they said.
oh, hear that?
Oh,
I started to
son.
say,
Like,
dang.
whoa.
That phrase has been engraved into my brain.
It is. It's a very popular phrase nowadays.
All right, Noah, show us some of them news articles that I got pulled up there.
Let's get it.
Okay.
Oh, gosh.
Where?
Please tell me it's as good as the hydrogenized water.
Yeah, they're pretty great. I got to stand up in it. I got a damn leg cramp.
No, you're good, brother.
Y'all want anything?
I'm good.
No, I think we're good.
Okay, what am I looking at?
Apparently he had it pulled up.
Yeah, they're pulled up in tabs, Noah.
Found it.
Let's see what we got. We'll have to wait till he gets back to do this. Thanks for coming, babe. Appreciate you being here.
Thank you for inviting me.
You're welcome. It's been a while.
I know it has.
It's been a while. Oh, yeah, and anybody that's watching, we'll do a little housekeeping. So, we need subscribers.
Yeah, we do.
And I think what we're running into, what a lot of channels run into, is there's only about, I would say about 40% of the people who are watching are actually subscribed
Yep.
on YouTube. So I know we got some older folks that like to listen. If you're a little unfamiliar with how YouTube works, YouTube is a Google product. If you have a Google or a Gmail address,
Yep.
you will use that same login information to log into YouTube. If you've got your browser pulled up and you're already logged into Gmail, then you should be able to just go right on there, click sign in, and you'll be there, and then that will allow you to subscribe to our podcast. But you do have to be signed in. You do have to be signed in. So,
That's real nice.
Oh, cool.
oh, I heard about this, Josh.
All right, cool. Noah, that's not what's on the screen. You just have Google on the screen right now. You'll have to drag it down.
pull it over.
You'll have to pull it over there. We go. Yeah.
There we go.
Woman found living inside family fair sign in Midland.
I read this.
Really?
Yes, I
There's-
read this. This is very interesting.
There's a woman
Wait,
living.
what is this about?
Okay. So go scroll down just a little bit. No, you see this? You see the top of this shopping center thing here? In the sign up there, apparently in the back there was a door.
Oh, yeah.
Did you see this?
I remember. I had
this-
just woken up and read this, and I'm like, still waking up. I'm like, wait, what? It sounds like she has free rent. That's pretty cool, man.
So she had a computer in there,
Yeah.
had like a whole setup, like a desk, like
Yeah.
a bed, a whole thing going
Yeah.
on inside of this sign. Did it say how long that she had been in
Scroll
there?
down, Noah. Let's see. Let's read the article if I can see that.
What does it say, Noah? You'll have to read it for us.
Read
It's
it
hard
for
to
us.
see.
You can put your glasses on if you want
Yeah.
to. You'll have to. I can't see from here.
Oh God, Kurt Cobain left.
Oh, we got Harry Potter again.
Wow. I'm gonna remember that.
I love you, Noah.
Whom police nicknamed Rooftop Ninja lived inside the store sign for about a year.
Wow.
That's wild, right?
A mini desk, floor, a pantry of food, and a house plant. She made it home.
She had a house plant. That's a woman after your own heart. Laura?
In her son house. She had
See,
a
we
house
need to get
plant.
more
It
creative.
sounds like, do you remember seeing that video of some lady? They're like, someone's moving things around in my house. I think I have a ghost. And then finally she got cameras in her kitchen. You see this woman, I guess, coming down from the ceiling and taking her food and eating it and like going back up and
Yeah.
like, moving things
Oh
around.
my god.
Yeah.
And it'd been going on for like a long time. And then
Yeah,
that
it was like a
person-
year, and they couldn't figure
Yeah.
out where their food was going. They couldn't figure
Yeah.
where their thing. And this
Things
woman
were
was
going
living in the attic.
missing, like a pair of socks. Like,
House is
Crazy.
My house is haunted by Susan. What the hell?
But yeah, there's a video of that where you see her. They got a camera. It's in the kitchen, and you see her
Jesus.
slut. She removes the attic access thing, climbs down, gets on top of their little like breakfast nook
Like,
table,
yeah.
and then
And
climbs
then-
on top and is like eating out of the refrigerator and all
then
kinds of
just
stuff.
Climbs back up.
But this is a great idea because this is a gas station or
Grocery.
a grocery store.
Right. So you've got food,
You got
all
everything.
you got everything.
Dude.
Yeah.
The food's right below you. All the food you can
Convenient.
want.
Location, location, location.
That's right. That's right.
I have no idea how this person got away with it for so long, though. I feel like they would have noticed stuff kind of. Are there not CCTV cameras in this building?
Not in the
Not
sign.
on the roof usually.
Not inside the sign.
But she would have to eventually go down for like food and stuff.
I guess
Unless-
you just
unless she
sneak
just-
off and climb down one of them little ladders and you're good to go. We had some hippies when I managed that green building store in Asheville. We had some hippies that were living on top of our roof. And we had to go out there, but we finally caught them one day. They were drunk and they'd forgot to cover their tracks, and they had still had the ladder set up, and we were like, "Why is our ladder pulled up and on the building?"
I'm surprised.
And we get up there,
hippies-
and there's two of these like trust fund hippies from like dude pulling the whole Jack Kerouac thing or something, living on like sleeping on top of the building. We're like, get out of here! What are you doing?
possession's 9/10 of the law, man.
I'm
What?
like, get the hell off of our building! What are you doing?
But dude, like, is it really your building?
For
Like,
God's
who
sake.
really owns the building, man?
What about all this? Like, if you've seen all this, you can minimize it now. But
Yeah, we're talking about hippies now. That's
Yeah,
I
we
hate
moved
hippies.
what about this whole like? I didn't even hear what you said.
I hate hippies.
Yeah, me too. I don't hate them. Hate's a strong word. Hate's a strong word. But what about this whole squatter thing? Have you
Dude,
seen this? This has been going around a lot
Phenomenon.
lately.
Yeah, the squatter phenomenon.
Yeah.
That's the thing. That's the thing. That would be. That's a hard. It depends on where you're at, but yeah, like in New York, you're screwed. If you're
Yeah.
a property owner and someone's squatting in it, you're screwed
How is that even a thing?
because it's a civil. It's not a criminal thing. For some reason, squatting, literally overtaking somebody else's home, is not a criminal offense. It's a civil thing.
Why?
I don't know, because hippies are just now getting creative, and that's a thing now. So,
We're getting educated hippies in
oh God, that's what this trust fund hippie shit's doing.
Yeah, it is.
Uh
That's exactly right. What else we got, Noah?
huh. Oh,
Anything else up there? I
yeah.
know.
There's a few more. There's a few more.
Well, I can't get on this one because this pop-up is blocking and it won't go away.
What?
Yep.
Really? What?
Yeah, there's no X button or anything.
On the Washington Post.
Oh, there's an X button. It's just hiding. You know how they try to do it.
Well, that's an ad.
Give us the next one.
Oh,
then.
it's behind a paywall.
Oh, come on.
Stupid. Ah, yes, the husband behind the viral dress that broke the internet has apparently strangled his wife.
Oh, you
I
talking
saw
about
that,
the?
yeah.
The black and
That's
white, like, or
wild.
the
Or
blue,
the-
black, yellow,
The
gold, whatever. Yeah,
Yeah.
the dress that no one could agree on the colors.
Yep.
Yep, yeah, dude, like strangled his wife.
So he went viral with a dress and then strangled his wife.
I mean,
Why?
that's what going viral does to you. You just start strangling your spouse.
That's what it eventually leads to.
It does.
Don't go viral, folks.
No, we're not going to go viral. We won't. There's no danger in us going viral.
Oh,
So this is the dress.
image.
Yeah, that's the dress.
Yeah, remember that?
How
one?
is that not white and
It-
gold?
It looks like purple and gold. That's purple and gold.
That's white and gold.
How is it white? There's no white. The white's around it.
What is it
Okay.
about this
But
image
where do you get
exactly that
black
creates
from?
this controversy?
And blue. I don't
I
know.
know.
To me, it looks blue and black. That's what I'm looking at. This part here.
God, here we go. It's 2010 again.
I'm not going back to this.
Kurt, you're crazy.
This is blue. This is a shade of black.
What?
No. That is gold.
How in the world do you
Either-
get black out of it?
Either I'm colorblind or schizophrenic. This is black.
Which one?
I don't know.
That it.
that is not black, dude.
No. No. You're telling me that looks like the same color that's on your shirt.
It's a dark shade. I would say exactly
But
black,
is
but
it
it's a
the
dark
color?
color.
You know what's funny is this dude tried to kill his wife for still arguing about the color of this freaking dress.
He's got us once again.
Damn it.
Damn it.
From this light right here, it looks like it's a shade of black.
That's what he does. This guy is a brilliant criminal mastermind. He breaks the law and commits all these violent crimes. And then when he's getting in trouble for it,
dude
he just shows us this picture, and we're all like,
Wait a minute. We
He's
have to fix
brilliant.
this dress first. And then
brilliant.
we'll address
Brilliant.
the murder.
This is purple and freaking gold.
I don't see the purple. I see white and
How
gold.
do you not see the That's lilac at least.
I see.
I can see where you can get a very light
a
purple.
hint, just a hint, a
That
light,
But
is
black
not gonna
is
lie.
insanity.
Black
light-
is insane.
light purple.
Lilac
Don't shoot
and
the
gold.
messenger. I'm just.
Did we ever figure out exactly what causes this anomaly here?
Isn't it
Why do
between,
people
like
s-
computer screens or something? Or?
Well, that's what the reason I scooted over there to look to see if his
Yeah.
looked different than the one we're looking at. But it doesn't. It looks the same. You don't see gold out of that.
So what did he initially call
In
it?
the,
Did he
in
ask
the
the
light up
question,
top,
or does
maybe
he?
a shade, but down here, that's just black.
I don't know. I don't even know why he posted this picture or how this phenomenon came to be. I'm.
Well, if
I
his
thought he
wife is
posted it
wearing
and he
dresses
just
like
took
this,
off.
then she probably deserved to be strangled.
I mean, that's
honest.
that's a lot of victim blaming there, but probably
If
I
somebody
agree
can
with
wear a
that.
dress and cause this much controversy, then what are you doing?
Did she wear the dress, or maybe he designed?
Did
the
he
dress?
wear the dress?
Did
Maybe
he
he
strangle
wore the-
her while
It's
she was wearing the
2024.
dress?
Maybe that's
Was
something
she
he's-
wearing the
Is this
dress
full
when she
circle?
was strangled?
This is full
That's what we
circle.
need to know.
Did he use the dress to strangle her with it? I mean, there's a lot of questions.
Get in that dress, you're getting strangled
There's a lot of
Guy who
questions
broke the internet in the bedroom with the
with the dress,
with the dress.
the amazing Technicolor dress that broke the internet.
with the golden lilac dress.
Read the article.
Golden
Noah.
lilac.
So maybe
You
it'll
mean the
answer
golden
some of
white
our
dress.
questions.
Let me do a bit of scrolling. The man behind the white, gold, blue, black, blue and black, blue and
Yeah,
black.
blue and black. That was it.
I'm not crazy, and you guys are bullying me.
What a crazy thing, though. Okay.
He's
What?
pleaded guilty to endangering his wife's life and admitted to strangling her. Keir Johnson appeared in court to a terrifying attack on his wife, Grace Johnston, I think. Alive. Even after the image of my was dressed in 2015. I guess the event. Blah blah blah. Kim Kardashian. Ellen DeGeneres. Scottish court heard that behind closed doors Johnson left his wife fearing for her life.
Oh,
Had
they're
a history of
Scottish, of
domestic
course.
abuse towards her. Chris McIntosh, prosecutor, told Lady Drummond in the court how Grace lived in fear of her abusive husband. There is no permanent police presence on the island, and she was in a situation where she felt trapped.
They were on an island.
So this is the guy? It's Liam Gallagher.
It is Liam. Oh my God.
So
It's
you
Liam
know,
Gallagher from...
You know what I can't wait to hear now? I want to hear a Mr. Ballin episode about this.
Yeah.
That's right.
I want to
Hey,
hear
this
Ballin
is coming.
talk about
It's
this.
coming.
really.
I'm sure it is.
I love him, and he's always up to date on the. He covers everything of every country of like every generation.
So Liam Gallagher
I'll message him
straggled
later and tell him he
the
needs to.
Please.
amazing
I'll be-
Maybe
Technicolor
stick him on the
Dreamcoat.
podcast.
Yeah, I'll slide into
Later.
his DMs.
Slot.
I'm gonna slide into his DMs.
So she's not
Yes.
dead though, right?
No, she's alive.
I mean,
Wait, he strangled her, but she lives.
well, he can't even strangle.
She is a
right?
redhead. So that explains a lot. I'll be 100% honest.
I just want to know whether she was wearing the dress or not.
Was she wearing the dress?
What
Noah?
were the
That's
circumstances
all we need to know,
that
Kurt.
led to her strangulation?
They're from Scotland. It's very dreary and terrible over there.
It is.
The dress was the only color they ever see.
It is unclear whether
They couldn't even figure out what fucking color it was.
So not even,
Things got real hairy real quick.
not
What?
even confirmed whether or not they're divorced yet.
Okay. Well, you got to get divorced before you strangle.
So they can't decide on the color of the dress.
Yeah.
They can't decide if she wants to live or die. They can't decide on if they want to be married or not. These people.
She can't decide on her hair color because that's obviously not
The correct one.
the correct red.
Was her hair red? I thought it was blonde.
Wait a
looks
minute.
No, this is red. And this is like deep orange.
Where are we at now? Oh, we're still at the husband
Okay.
trying to kill his wife.
All right, what else we got here? That's crazy.
Man gets a realistic picture of his boat painted on a fence,
I
intended
love
to
this.
hide it.
Do you know how many times this popped up in my TikTok For You page?
Wait a minute. Go down.
It's
I want to see
been
this.
awesome. I love it.
So that's a painting?
That's a
Yes,
painting.
so the
That's awesome.
so the neighborhood he lived in, the HOA told him if you want to keep your boat in your driveway, you have to put a fence up to cover it. And he said, okay. And so then he hired an artist to paint his boat on the fence. Like, got the gate up.
That's awesome. This guy, I need to meet this guy. That's great.
It is amazing. It is amazing.
Boy, that looks really
It's-
realistic.
It's really good.
It does. And good for him for sticking it to the HOA too.
Why does the HOA even exist? I've heard
Babe,
nothing
that's like-
negative things about them.
Dude, the HOA, the two most
Horrible.
powerful, like, extra governmental authorities in America are a Native American reservation
An HOA.
and an HOA.
Yeah.
You can basically do whatever you want to in an HOA, which is crazy.
Yeah.
But you can. This, though, it's a
This-
giant
this
finger
looks
in the
like
face.
finger. I
Yeah.
love
Something
it.
that you would do.
Oh, 100%. 100% I would do this. That's amazing. That's awesome. Is there any other better pictures of it?
See if you can blow that up.
So is this... Okay, I see it now. All right, I got it.
Can you click on that and enlarge it, Noah?
Nah.
No.
These news stories won't ever let you do that. And you click on them
If you go
wanting to look at the
images, I'm
picture.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, God, be careful with these news stories. You click on one thing and it'll send you down 50 freaking rabbit holes.
I know,
And
right?
the next thing you know, you're looking at ice cream and shoes, and you're like, how the hell did I get here? Why am I at Shoe Show? Who are you people?
I'd love to see the commentary from his neighbors. And you know it was some Karen, that's
Oh,
all
yeah.
kinds of upset
Yeah.
about it.
Yep.
It even has this chimney on the left side too.
That's awesome, man. That is awesome.
This is like
Good for him.
this is a really
So
good
great.
painting.
It's
That's
so
a
realistic.
phenomenal thing.
Yeah.
He probably paid a decent chunk of change for a painting this good.
Hey, sticking it to the HOA is worth every penny, every cent.
I had a guy that I was building a house for, and he raised I can't remember, it was a certain specific type of dog. Wasn't a bulldog, I can't remember. Anyway, he wanted to put a kennel, and I mean he lived far enough. It was technically in like a community that had an HOA, but he was at like the very top, far away from everybody. I had a big old field that he was going to put this dog kennel in because he bred them. Mm-hmm. And did it the right way. I mean, this is not some,
Was it a puppy mill?
No, this was not a puppy mill. This was a legitimate deal. Well, the HOA came and told him he couldn't do that, and we went as far as to price and like dang near pulled the permits on an underground dog kennel. He was going to literally put it underground just to spite them. Be like, I will put a dog kennel here, whatever it takes. He was going to, and then I think that was back around 2008 when the economy took a downturn. He decided, no, but we priced it. It had a living roof on it, so it blended in completely, and it was completely
Wow.
underground, like set into this hill or whatever. I might be the only contractor in America that's ever priced an underground dog kennel.
Underground dog kennel.
I wish I would have built that because that would have been really
That
cool.
would have been amazing.
I know, right? I thought that was awesome. But he was a criminal defense attorney, so of course, him being told to do anything
Oh,
was
yeah.
like,
No,
no. No, here's what we're not going to
Don't
do.
tell me what to do.
And from Florida, too. So you can imagine. What else we got, Noah?
Teen gets a ticket for using McDonald's app in the drive-thru.
Now,
Well, they even ask you now if you want to use it.
So the story, I read this earlier. The story was, this was in Canada, by the way. I'll add that caveat.
Okay, of course.
Yeah, this is in Canada. So kids in the drive-thru, and he's using his app to get a discount, and he's trying to pull it up, and there was a motorcycle cop behind him. Saw him on his phone, walked up and wrote him a ticket for being on his phone while driving. It was like a $580 ticket. How
Good Lord.
shitty is that?
That's a bad day. That's a bad. See, this is
Now,
why
he-
Canada, our Canadian brethren, are suffering.
He should be able to fight that in court because that's not a public road. That's a private drive. So I'm sure that will get thrown out. But,
Hopefully,
of course, it is
That's
Canada. Who knows?
ridiculous.
They may double the fine just for the
Just to
hell of
spite
it.
you.
Just to spite you.
like, how do you feel about Trudeau? Who is Trudeau's dad? If you answer those two questions wrong, double.
I'm
They'll-
gonna ask my Canadian friend who Justin Trudeau's dad is, and I'll tell him. I'll tell the answer.
I'm sure he knows. He knows.
Trudeau,
100%.
Castro. I mean,
It's very close.
proofs in the pudding.
It's very close.
Yeah, their names are too
Did
simple.
Castro speak French?
Probably. I assume he did.
Oui.
I mean, I'm sure he did. He absolutely did.
Je
Yes,
suis
he did.
Castro.
I love how it went
Je
from-
suis la jeune fille. Remember
how-
Muzzy?
I don't know till he absolutely did,
Yeah.
just for fun. Yeah.
Wow.
Remember Muzzy?
Yes.
Remember that?
Uh-uh.
You don't remember that? The advertisements for Muzzy, the language learning
Yeah.
system back when we were young? Je suis la jeune fille.
No.
You don't remember this?
You just gave me flashbacks.
Oh, man.
Pull it up,
Childhood.
Noah. Let's watch this
Yeah, look up Muzzy.
Muzzy.
How do you spell that?
Muzz, Muzzy advertisement. Muzzy commercial. And I'm pretty sure this company's bankrupt, so we shouldn't get a DMCA strike, hopefully.
Oh, we won't be able to hear it because we don't have headphones on, but
Oh my god.
You don't remember this?
no, I do not.
I remember watching this all the time.
Hang on a minute. Pause that, Noah.
Look at this cassette. This is a cassette. For those of you who don't know or are too young to remember this is a cassette case. So there's multiple cassettes in there. That's the way that we used to do it way back in the day. And look at this. Is that the girl from the Golden Girls?
I think it is. It may be. I don't know.
I remember she looked similar, but it was not her. It's just every lady had that same dang haircut.
They did.
And that pearl necklace.
Yes.
God.
That double, triple pearl necklace
Yes.
was big back
yes.
then. Yeah.
Noah, click sources. I don't think we have any audio for that. So click sources there.
Wait,
Um,
what? On what screen?
In the middle. In the middle there.
What?
Middle of the other screen. Middle bottom.
Oh,
Yeah, where it says sources.
sources.
Yeah, click that. Click the add button next to sources. We're gonna add a source.
There we go.
Yeah, now go add a audio source. Audio input capture. Actually,
Audio input.
Yeah, audio input capture.
yes. And then add source. Alrighty, now.
Seeing how the donuts are made here.
Oh wait, no, never mind. It's not there. Oh yeah. Hang on. Add new source instead down there. Yeah, okay. You can just leave it named that, and then click add source, and that's going to be. Let's see. Click device. It's going to be the. Well, I don't know. I'll have to do that afterwards.
That's all right.
Yep. Anyway, sorry about that, folks.
People who've heard that, you can hear it if you've heard it enough. I can't believe you don't remember this, Josh.
No, I do.
This
not.
was on everything back in. It ran for what seemed like 10 years, didn't it?
Yeah.
Laura?
Oh, forever.
I heard this on everything.
It was part of my childhood for
Mm-hmm.
sure.
I don't remember Muzzy. I swear I don't. But I mean, there's a lot from my childhood I don't remember. Probably.
Going back to the app thing where the kid got the thing, you can go out of that unless there's another one. We got another one?
I think there might be one more.
Is there one more?
There's a Reddit.
No.
Here.
What's the one? Is that it?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
That's
yeah,
it?
That's,
Okay.
That's it.
This we ought to start doing more often.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
is what we need to do. Send stuff into the folder.
Yep.
We
I'm
can put
also
it together a
Yeah.
folder of pod topics.
Yep.
Can we just talk about the
Sure.
new cover of the Cranberry song "Linger"?
I have not heard.
I
it.
have. You mentioned this to me earlier, and I have not heard it.
Are you serious?
I have not.
I feel like I've heard it everywhere.
Really?
It's
Covering
by Royal Otis. I thought it was one guy, so it's two guys that have this group. They're from Sydney,
Mm-hmm.
and they first formed in 2019. They have an album out, and people are liking this version of "Linger" more than the original.
Oh,
And you're talking
wow.
about.
And it's
Do we have to let it linger?
yes.
Do you have to? Do you have to? Do you have to let it linger? I love the
It's
Cranberries.
kind of like the
I had
alien
that
ant
song.
farm phenomenon.
Yeah.
It is
The
same thing.
covers
Well, you got
bigger
this.
than
Stuck in my head
original.
all day.
You got the. I'm fine with doing good covers of old songs, like when Luke Combs did the
Tracy Chapman.
Tracy Chapman Fast
yeah.
Car. Have you heard that?
no, I've
It's
not
good.
heard
It's
but
great.
I mean, I
Really.
love the original.
But he didn't try to.
He did it well.
He didn't try to change it either.
Gotcha.
He did it exactly like she did it, and it was one of the. And then they played
I
it
love
together
that
at the
they- yeah,
AMAs. I
performed
think.
together.
Yeah.
Yep.
Or was it Grammys or?
Hang on a minute here.
Can't remember.
It was one of those.
Hello.
I think it was Grammys.
What you doing, darling?
You're live on a podcast right now.
Oh gosh, I'm so sorry.
This is
Well,
my
I'll
grandma.
have it.
I know you're on the air. You're on the show.
Oh,
Live on the
gosh.
interwebs.
You're
I know
you're
what
on
you're
the
doing,
internet.
baby.
We're on the podcast.
Oh, are you okay, darling?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay.
This is my grandmother.
Well.
Everybody.
Is Noah okay?
Yeah, he's sitting over here. Say hello to the internet.
Hello, internet.
We've changed Noah's name to
What
Kurt.
happened to me today?
What happened to you today?
Somebody went in on their chicken account.
Huh? That's not good. I thought it was going to be a funny story.
No, it's not a funny story. It's a serious story.
It is.
So, yeah.
So somebody
Yeah.
got your account information and used a debit card, or
They used my bank card, and it was at a traveling agency.
well, I hope you canceled your card.
I did, and I have to go Monday and get another one. I don't know if I want another one or not.
You'll
This
have
is
to
two
get it.
this year. I've had to turn in because of that.
You'll have to get a new one.
What kind of travel did they buy?
What?
What kind of travel did they buy? Where did they go?
I don't know. I think it was in Florida. They
Florida.
went to a
Florida.
travel agency.
Florida man.
Darn Floridians.
Well, that's not good. No, that they are. You're disputing those charges, and they're refunding your money.
Right.
They're still up by one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm
Okay,
sorry that
darling.
happened.
Well, I didn't mean to interrupt you. I love you.
Yeah, you did. It's okay. No, I know.
Well,
I love y'all.
is tomorrow your last day for a few days?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Well, tell Noah we love him and to be careful tomorrow.
He heard you.
Okay, then.
All right.
Well, I'll see you, Angel.
Okay.
Bye.
All right. Bye.
Love you.
Oh, I already hung up. That was my grandma, everybody.
I love your grandma.
Oh, she's
She's
a
so
sweet lady.
sweet. She's a sweet lady. She
Now
reminds
she's
me of my
been-
grandma. Honestly, that's the way.
Yeah.
That's the way Mama Verna used to be my maternal grandmother. Miss her every day. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
What a lady.
Yeah. Yep.
What a lady. I'm telling you, man. Them people from Florida need to figure it out.
Cool it with the identity theft.
Yes. God dang, dude.
So this is the second time. Well, you heard that this has
Yeah.
happened. there's just like this faction of people that is preying on old people and
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
taking there was
It's called the
one-
Home Shopping Network.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. They prey on boomers. No, there was one person, some scammer called them a few years ago. This has been probably 6 to 10 years ago, somewhere in there. I don't remember exactly when, but they called them pretending to be my brother Ben
Are you serious?
and saying that they were arrested.
This was made way more
I've
recent than
heard-
6 to 10 years ago.
Maybe it was.
This
Yeah.
was more like 2, maybe even 8, maybe even 2.
No. It wasn't that recent. Wasn't that
Ben
recent.
wouldn't
I've
dare
heard
get
stories
arrested.
like this before.
Ben
though.
wouldn't dare call Nana if he got arrested.
Hey, let me call Nana and worry her to death. Yeah.
Yeah.
Any mountain boy worth his own weight
What gave them
would
away?
never call Nana.
Well, I won't say on the internet what gave them away because I don't want that to happen again. But still, there was something that they said that gave it away that it wasn't real. She was like, "No, Ben would never say that." But yeah, they were asking. They needed like $5,000 or something wired to them to get out of jail, and yeah, it's some bullshit.
I have heard a lot of these stories, and so there is a thing now where families, they have a family passcode where it's like, okay, well,
What's the passcode?
what's our
That's a
what's
good
our- what's
idea,
our
actually.
family
It is a good
passcode? So you
idea.
have a safe word set up for the family,
Yeah.
and that's
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 actually
like
a
a thing
great
now.
idea.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah.
That's a great idea, especially if you got older family members and stuff that, they're
Yeah.
not.
yeah.
We'll have to call it something other than a safe word though, because that has a whole another connotation that I just can't get
Yeah.
past. But
What's the safe word?
banana, shit, I don't remember. Take it out.
But if
I mean,
you
what?
say like, "Hey, well, I'm gonna go, I'm gonna go mow the lawn and tend to the
Yeah.
garden,"
Uh-huh.
and then you say, "I'll go get the wheelbarrow" or something,
Or just have a numeric code. Be like,
Yeah.
okay, if this is real, what's the number? What's the code?
Yeah,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm like, that's insane. I have the same combination on my luggage. But
yeah,
no,
that's
that-
the thing.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Because there's a lot.
That's
of
a good idea.
scam
There
callers.
is.
And texts.
Yep.
Too.
Yep.
I just got one actually today when I was on the way home from work.
I tell you what, they've been sending our work email. They send these scam emails where it looks like an invoice
Yeah.
and it's an attachment, and then you open it up, the attachment, and it's a virus of some sort, or spyware or whatnot. That's a really common. I see that come through all the time. And a lot of them look like really legit.
See,
Like,
lucky for me, I don't pay any of my bills, so I just don't
Yeah,
even worry
you just don't
about
pay
it.
your
I
bills.
just- I don't worry about it. I don't have any invoices.
hey, there you go,
I don't know how the lights are still working.
dude.
I'll get text messages from like what will be like Verizon is like, oh, you owe like $500 so and so, and I was like, I don't pay for my phone. That's not something I do.
Right.
You do, but it's just through chores
Okay.
and child labor force.
Speaking of which, why is that mini split not working, Noah? Get to work, son.
Yeah, why have you not finished installing that, Noah?
We're gonna need you to put Freon in that thing, and
I got a hole saw. Go right to work.
Yep. We'll learn you.
I don't even know how to rebuttal to this.
I'm going to change. I'm glad you brought up the chores thing though earlier about the on the refrigerator. So for anybody who doesn't know, I've got 2 lists of chores on the refrigerator. One for Noah. One is weekly chores, and the other one is daily chores that he has to complete in order to earn his privileges, such as his phone and his PlayStation and whatnot. But I'm going to change that. It is no longer chores. They are now child labor force. Child labor.
Yeah.
Yeah, just child labor.
This child
Yeah.
labor.
I'm going to call it what it is, child labor.
And if you don't do them, the beatings will continue
They will. They will.
Guys,
until
help.
morale improves.
So everybody, please go. We don't have to end now. I'm just subscribe. If you're
Yes.
watching us on Facebook, you can go to our Facebook and find plenty of links to our YouTube channel.
Like our Facebook page too. That's important
Yes,
as well.
that is important. Like our Facebook page. Give us a follow. Give us the old follow. Just hit that follow button. That helps a lot. Helps a lot. And send us your debit card information.
Yep. If you don't, Grandma will never come
Come
home
on, we get
again.
arrested. Where you going? Ah,
There you go. Maybe we should move to Florida.
maybe we should start scamming people.
I'm thinking I like it.
Yeah,
Yeah, Clearwater. We could be down there with the Scientologists.
absolutely. Hey, let's just scam the Scientologists.
Let's do that. That's a good
That's-
idea.
yeah.
We'll scam the scammers.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what I'm talking about.
What we need to do is create Scientology hardcore.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah. Fundamentalist Scientology.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exact fundamentalist Scientology. That's what we need.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, we're all doing the wrong thing. We need to start a cult.
We
of
do.
Whatever sort we need to
We
do.
do. We need to start a cult.
Yep.
Well, that's what we're trying to do here. We just go give us a follow, give us a like.
Subscribe to our cult page.
We're a cult page.
Like
Small
our
town America
cult culture.
Yep. Cult culture.
Oh gosh,
Drink the Kool-Aid.
Powerade, but yes.
Oh my God, I saw a terrible meme. It was like a picture of that Jonestown massacre and all them people like laid out next to that hut or whatever, and then the Kool-Aid man's in the middle of it. Like,
Oh, my
yeah.
God. Oh my
I was like, oh, that's terrible.
That's hilarious.
At least it's not too soon. That was a while back.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. What is it? What is the rule? South Park made the rule. I think it's like 11 point something years. You'll have to look it up. I don't
Something
remember,
like
but
that.
Yeah, yeah. When AIDS was finally funny,
Yep.
they were joking about AIDS. Like,
Well,
hey,
hell, nobody even dies of AIDS no more.
no, they got pills you could take. You're good the rest of your
Oh,
life.
you little AIDS never hurt nobody.
Nah, nah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's so 1990s.
I know. What a retro virus.
So
my
September
God.
10th.
I know. It's like you got to at least have you a little COVID now. Can't have no ads. No AIDS, I mean.
It's not funny.
No ads either.
Oh my god.
Yep. It is pretty cool, though, that we've almost eliminated AIDS with no real cure.
Right.
Got to give that to Fauci.
Yeah.
I'll give that to Fauci. I mean, just that the fact that he's...
Or did he create super AIDS?
who knows?
Dude,
God knows.
One dose of that up your butt and you're dead in 5 years.
Oh, my God. So, okay. So, speaking of Fauci,
Yeah.
see where RFK got on the debate stage?
No.
Let's
not.
go.
Oh yeah, let's go.
I hope he mops the floor with them two.
Have you seen any of the recent interviews with Tulsi Gabbard talking about potential VP stuff?
Huh?
Yeah, there may be some talks there.
Trump VP?
Are you serious?
Really?
Serious. Tulsi Gabbard.
I can't see her doing that, but I may be wrong.
That'd be pretty wild.
I really do
I couldn't
hope.
see that.
I really do hope RFK wipes the
I do
floor
too.
with them. I hope he does.
I do too.
I'd like to see that a lot. He needs a push. I think I'm an RFK guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like RFK.
I think I'm an RFK guy.
Yep.
I still say this. It's strangely quiet
It is.
for this to be the
There should
literal
be-
end of the world.
Because people are over it.
They are.
I honestly think
Over.
that's
They
the
are.
reason.
All of it. Like, you telling me we got to do this again?
Well, and we all
That's how I
realize that
feel.
it's
I know.
not the end of the world because elections don't do shit. They
No,
don't
they
do
don't.
Yeah,
anything.
it's not.
They
It's
don't-
just like,
no.
again, two very shitty
Mm-hmm.
choices. You cannot win with either one.
No, I don't think you can either.
You can win bigly.
We'll win big, really big.
Come on.
It'll be
man.
huge.
I walked in here. I said, "Wow, this win is big."
I have the best wins.
This is the worst trade deal in the history of trade deals.
And then here's Joe
I
Biden.
cannot listen
Uh,
to that dude for 4 years.
uh,
I cannot do it again.
You seen that one where he walks out and like dumps on the floor?
Hey, at least we get great funny memes with Biden.
I know. Now I will say that about Trump. Now there was some
Child
hilarious
pressure.
Trump stuff too when he was in. Oh man, Trump was just a full of.
That one.
It's a joke.
That one bit that oh god, the comedian's name slipped my mind now. He's gotten huge. He does the Trump impression.
Oh, Shane Gillis.
Shane Gillis, when
Yeah.
he comes out and he does the entire bit about him, al-Baghdadi dying like a dog or whatever.
Yeah.
Like
Died
that
like a dog.
was hilarious. Hilarious.
We had dogs, beautiful dogs. It's so funny, dude. Let me tell you, man. If you can get, he's nailed that impression.
He has.
So good, man.
He is so good at that.
Yeah.
Okay, what is up with the grilled cheese thing? Do you follow him on Facebook at all?
Who? Shane Gillis?
Yeah, or
Yeah.
on Instagram or anything? He's been posting grilled cheeses nonstop
I don't know.
for weeks.
I don't
and
know.
it's always says it's like 2 a.m. making them late.
Making them late.
It's the same.
It's got to be something he talked about on his podcast.
It has to
It
be.
has
I
to
have
be.
no idea, but it's like, okay, dude. Number one, I don't know what this is, and number
Yeah.
two, it's kind of maybe it's ran its course.
Yeah.
just 6 weeks ago.
It's got to be set with like a core audience.
It has to be.
Matt and Shane's secret podcast. Matt McCusker and Shane do their podcast together. That is a great podcast.
I love that.
It is a
You got me
great
turned
podcast.
on to that.
Yeah.
I do like that
Hilarious.
one.
It is. They're super
Yeah.
funny, man. I like both of them a lot.
What do you think of Bobby Lee?
I've never been a big Bobby Lee fan, but
It's a give and take with Bobby.
Yeah. He's meh.
where did? Okay, I've been trying to figure out
His
where.
humor is so. I don't get it.
I know
sometimes.
it's not. It seems '90s to me. And where did Bobby Lee come on the scene? Because I know he's been. He
Well,
was in some
started
movies,
off-
wasn't he?
Yeah, he started off with acting. But he was doing stand up like during that. But then he was getting these gigs and acting, and then he's like, "Oh, like I also do comedy."
Oh, okay. So what was he in? You
He was
remember?
in a lot of like early 2000s stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I just don't remember. I know, like,
neither.
I knew him,
Small
but I don't know where I knew him
it's
from.
small appearances.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Probably
funny.
like early 2000s stoner flicks or something. That seems like maybe his bread, but I don't know. Was he in Half Baked?
I don't think
No,
so.
he was. That was a great movie, by the way.
Well,
Here, let's see.
I love that
Baked was
movie.
awesome.
That's a classic.
It is a classic. I've not seen that forever. When I smoked weed, I watched it like every day. It was a core tenet of being a stoner. But since I quit smoking weed years ago, I've not seen the movie one time. Isn't that funny?
Yeah.
Here's a list of all the movies I've not watched since I've quit smoking weed.
Grandma's Boy.
Grandma's Boy, Dazed and Confused,
Yep.
Pineapple Express,
Pineapple Express,
which Bobby Lee was in, and White Castle,
yeah, okay.
The Dictator.
Okay, so yeah, so he's in like stoner flicks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense. That also explains why I don't remember him.
Yeah.
Either.
Same. Yeah.
Oh, that's very foggy.
Very smoky.
Very smoky.
My memory of that time is very, very smoky.
Yes.
There's some other movies I know.
Oh, the Cheech and Chongs. you
Oh
have
yeah,
to
all
be-
the Cheech and Chong movies. Jackass. That was a movie
Yeah,
I watched
that's
a lot
another
when
one.
I
Yep.
when I smoked weed.
Series too.
Yeah. Yep. Ben Margera. What a something.
Whirlwind.
Fall from grace.
Yeah.
I feel bad for him.
I think he's doing better, and
He is. I follow him. He posts stuff every day. He is doing better, but again with him, it's like
He'll
Until
do
he
better
falls
for
off
yeah,
again.
yeah, he'll
you
do
know,
better for a
it
while.
always
and just-
happens.
You just imagine being that person, though. It's another one of those. It's just a sad thing. You
But
know
it's
what I
a
mean?
thing.
Like,
yeah.
It's where he's like, or his family's talked to therapists and stuff. When people get famous at a certain age, they're stuck in that age.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's like they're a
It's like
perpetual
Arrested
kid.
Development.
Yeah.
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 And he's still. That's why he still keeps acting like that.
Some form of Arrested
Well,
Development.
it's like you're
sense.
living in that whole mode where you're CKY, jackass,
Yeah.
you're mega famous, you're
Trying to be this wild guy.
yeah, and you just not,
Yeah.
you know. But it's a bit, you know, you point out Bam Margera, but then look at all those other guys, how well they're doing.
But
Like,
they've
Oh
gotten
yeah,
sober.
Steve-O.
Yeah.
They've
you
gotten
know?
sober.
yeah, and they're all
They've grown
sober,
up.
you know.
Yeah.
yeah.
But they're still doing what they love, but they're not being dumb about it.
Right.
You know?
Right.
They're dumb, but it's working for
And I hate to say, you know, I mean, I know Bam. I mean, it was tragic when Ryan Dunn
Ryan
died,
died.
but I mean, you know, after a while, that can't be an excuse anymore. You know,
Well,
and I heard Steve-O talking about that. It's like we
Yeah.
all kind of gave him the benefit of the doubt for the longest time just because we knew he was torn up about it. But he's at a certain point in time, it's like, look, we were all friends with him. We've all processed it. You have to process and grieve that and move on and be a better person.
Dunn died doing what Bam's doing now. He died
Right, being
drunk.
crazy.
Yeah, being crazy.
And
He was
driving a
at
million
911
miles an hour. Yeah.
million miles an hour
Yeah.
drunk.
But it's been like what 8, 9, 10 years now since he died.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
Yeah, probably more than that. If I
Yeah.
had to guess, it probably more like 12. Well, that was like in 2010 or something.
Oh God,
Wasn't
yeah,
right around
it was
that?
a long time.
So I was
ago.
like 14 years,
2011?
15
Yeah.
years ago.
Wow.
So it's funny though how that, you know, you remember that was very much our generation's
Oh, yeah.
thing. You know
Yep.
what I mean?
It was.
All those guys you know and love, you know. But so I saw a podcast with what's the blonde haired guy? The one he wasn't like one of the main guys, but kind of one of the. But he was a CKY guy as well. Shoot, but boy, it was really good. He really opened up. I can't remember which one it was. What's some of those other ones? The ones that are in the background. You know their names.
Do you have like frizzy hair?
No,
It wasn't
Anyway.
Chris Rabb, was it?
no, I don't think it was Chris. God dang, that's gonna drive me
Pontius?
crazy. No, it wasn't Pontius.
No, with blonde hair?
Yeah, he's got a blonde hair.
I'm looking it up.
kind of a thing.
I'm looking it up.
But anyway, but he was real. Like I watched the podcast. Well, I watched the whole thing with him. He was on with that Danny Jones guy, the Concrete Podcast guy, and boy, he got real raw. I mean, it was real. And he's talking about his sobriety journey and like how he got himself back on track and things like that. And it's just really hard, you know. I mean, I think those guys, and he talked a lot about that, like just how the fame just came. And he's like, we didn't even really know that we were famous. He's like, we just kind of.
yeah.
He was like, and it was so funny to hear them say that, like just talking, like I think at one point he was talking about they showed up to like a skate, like a thing or whatever, and he's like, I never took any of this like seriously. He's like, we're just skateboarding. He's like, so he's like, I show up like 30 minutes late and I can't even get to the skate park. He's like, I'm having to like weave my way through these people, and he's like, on my way, he's like, people start recognizing me, and then they're like mobbing me and like asking me for my autograph. He's like, I didn't even know that anybody knew who I was, like,
Right.
and all of a sudden they're like, everything. He's like, and when fame hits you like that, it's just really difficult, you know, really difficult to control and to control your own ego.
Right.
And then he said part of it is like the drinking and the drugging was to cope with the fact that we didn't know.
Well, you're still so young at that age, you know?
know.
You're just like, oh, having fun, but then you don't realize it's spiraling.
Yeah.
And then it's gone pretty far.
Yeah. And that's exactly what he said. It's like you don't really even realize that you're there until you're there, you know?
Right.
Which was really kind of
Only
eye-opening.
blonde
Yeah, I'm
one I'm
racking my
seeing
brain.
is Ryan Dunn, who's dead, and Rake Yon.
Rake was Chris Rabb himself. He was a little like dirty blonde,
Yeah,
but
he had short.
I can't remember
Yeah.
which one it was, but
And there's Jess Margera, Bam's brother, I think.
Oh,
or
yeah.
whatever. God, Don Vito, he turned out to be a creeper, huh?
I remember. Yeah.
Wow.
Don
Who didn't see that one coming?
Yeah.
Being arrested
see
and charged
those-
with sexual deviancy? Like, no. Don Vito, no. Jeez. He's
like a-
dead. Right.
Yeah, I remember when he died. I just moved out to California, and those photos that he got like really sick because of all the drinking and drugging and stuff. And he was like half his size. He looked not
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
He looked not great. His organs, all of them failed.
I somehow got on the other day. I got on a kick and I was watching that when they put the fireworks in Phil's van. Oh my God. It's like, it just looking back on those old skits, and it was so funny.
It was.
He comes out, it's like 5 a.m. going to work. And I just like, I always pictured my dad, 'cause my dad did the same thing, of course, left at the crack of dawn. He comes out and opens his van, keeps it. God, Bam! The hell?
I was like the one where they dug a hole in the yard and watched Phil like lawnmower over it. They're like, it's gonna happen soon. Just wait. And then it just goes.
That's so
The
funny.
greatest, my favorite, was when they had Slayer
Yes.
set up in their parents' bedroom while they were asleep. They woke up to Slayer playing live in their bedroom. raining blood in the middle of the night. Like, oh my god! It's like okay, that had to be staged. Like, how do you get a wall of amplifiers in someone's bedroom at night with him not knowing?
Who knows?
I don't know. Their reactions seem pretty real.
That was great. That was great.
And they put an alligator in their house. Remember that?
Oh, that was the best.
April comes home.
That was
There's
the
like
best
an alligator in the middle of the kitchen.
There's an alligator in my kitchen.
Didn't they got Bam in a horse trailer with a cobra too one time?
Yeah.
Oh, and a bunch of snakes. Yeah.
One of them was a cobra.
Well,
I think
there
that-
was two different instances. In the first one, it was with that huge, and he somehow snuck out like a space that big. And
He's
then
like-
the second time, he got tricked into walking in the back of this trailer, and they had like sunken down the floor and
it was
put
like
in,
a pit full of
fake
snakes.
rubber snakes. But then they put in some real ones, and then Bam's like, "Oh, ha ha ha! I see a rubber snake," and then they're like, "No, look," and he's
But he crying.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
Bam, are you scared? Yeah.
Are you
Got
crying?
tears running
Yeah.
down his face.
I
It's
think
like, it's terrible.
The cobra was venomoid. I think it had had its venom
Really?
removed. Yeah.
No.
What's that guy that was their animal trainer?
David.
You know the guy with the long hair,
Yeah,
spoke with
yeah.
the accent.
Yeah.
What was his name?
Oh, he was on Wild Boys too.
Yeah, the same guy. Yeah.
No, but they had a different one.
I always-
Also, David
yeah.
Weathers. That was
Yeah, that's
wasn't
right.
it? Yeah.
I always liked the other guy though because he was always like, "This is crazy." They'd be like, "What do you think about it?" I would never do this in a million years. It's like I don't even know why I'm here. It's like this is wild. Don't do it. But
But that's what
too funny.
life is all about. Doing things that you would never do in a million years.
that's right.
It is. Go out and pet that cobra.
Go out and pet it.
No doubt.
Let's go pet one
I
right now. You want to?
I don't want to get bit.
Go pet a cobra.
What's the whole? I meant to ask you this when because I see these guys with these king cobras and stuff or whatever, and they're like missing a finger or whatever, and they're all like.
Yeah. The
So
Nub
what are they
Club.
doing? Trying to?
No, it just tends to be where people get bitten is on the finger. Every time I've been bit, it's been on the finger.
Right.
Well, no, one time was on the arm, but yeah, just typically bites happen on the finger.
Right.
So that's why they're.
So what are they doing when they're trying to when they do this and is it just distracting it?
So elapids cobras particularly are very visual animals,
Right.
and if you do this, it keeps the animal's attention on your hand, and it'll follow you, and it'll not pay attention to your foot that's 2 foot from it.
Right. So you're trying to keep its attention where you can
they're
see what's
very
going
visual.
on.
Yeah,
I gotcha.
So
I
you
gotcha.
keep its attention, and then it's like, it's watching this thing move because it's trying to figure out what that is, and even though you're like 2 feet from it, it's watching your hand.
I feel like that's what the government does to us.
100%.
Here, look over here.
Yeah, yep. So we don't bite them.
Yeah.
We should bite the government.
We should.
We should absolutely bite. Next time you see any kind of government official, bite them.
Yep.
Yep.
Seems like a good idea to me.
Don't do it. That's a call to violence. Let's not do that. Figuratively bite them.
Shoot, man, it's almost 10 o'clock. You want to wrap this thing
Let's
up?
wrap it up. Everybody, please like, share, and subscribe.
Thanks
Really.
for hanging out.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Laura. Thanks for joining us. This is
Thank you.
very nice. Yeah.
It's fun.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Appreciate you coming.
Noah,
That's
thanks
nice.
for producing for us as always. Awesome job.
Kurt, you're the man.
Oh, Kurt Cobain over there.
Damn, I can just see the hair, too, moving.
What? I gotta do something.
There it is.
Yeah.
There we go.